spent it with my son, spent it with my daughter, son-in-law, two grandkids, and then my son-in-law's parents, and we're all really, really good friends. And I tell everybody we spent it sitting around the pool, and then I send a picture of it, and it's my granddaughter jumping into a wading pool. But we had a great time.
At least you still have pool weather there, which is amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Well, I see more people has jumped on there. Clint, I think let's get to it. So firstly, thank you everybody that's joining us on this Monday evening. My name is Wilson Fury. I'm always excited to speak to people about this amazing patch that we found 18 months ago. And just to very quickly tell my story, 18 months ago, my business partner, Chris Hutting, shared a LifeWave and X39 with me. And I'll be honest, when I first looked at the patch, I was like, buddy, it's a little sticker. Why are you so excited about this? And I could see his excitement. His brain fog went away in 5 days. And that's a big one. I don't know if anybody's had brain fog and felt it lift, but in his case, it was very, very dramatic, the difference. And he was excited about it. He's like, come, Wilson, you're a ninja online, go research, go tell me what you think. So I ripped this apart for a week. I Googled everything that I could find on LifeWave, all the goods, all the bads. I came to the conclusion that it's either going to work quickly or it's going to take time, but there's very little risk. And the reason why I was researching it so intensely was I wanted to patch my mom. Now, I go visit my mom every year, and at that stage, my mom had a cushion in between the L4, L5 vertebra, busy disintegrating in a debilitating pain, can't function whatsoever. And I got to my mom in Cape Town. I had some patches with me. I explained to her very quickly it's a new kind of a pain patch. It's going to activate the body stem cells naturally, and let's try it. She was like, I'll try anything. I mean, she was on medication that didn't work, in a lot of pain. I stuck the X39 right there on her back where the pain was. And I'll never forget it. It was 45 minutes later. She came back into the room where I was sitting and white in the face. She's like, my pain's gone. What is this stuff? And I kind of looked at her and I was like, what? Like, how's that even possible? I like checked if she has proper mobility in the back. I was like, stretch a bit. She's like, it's gone. It's gone. So I was like, okay, great. Let's monitor you over time. And then 3 months later, she phoned me the first time when she picked something up off the floor before her operation. And I just thought that was absolutely amazing. I then shared this with a bunch of my friends, and what we've been seeing is just nothing short of a miracle. Because we're activating the body's stem cells, we're seeing a whole diverse set of results for many different serious issues. So I hope you guys can see my screen there. Let me just get this all maxed out here. So welcome. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about this little patch. It's called X39. All it's going to do is elevate, activate, and regenerate your body. It's doing that by waking up the body's own stem cells, and then that goes to work and just starts repairing anything that comes in its way. And I really like the way it works. I'm going to touch on that now. Now, why stem cells exciting? So the New England Journal of Medicine has stated that the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the bloodstream. Stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed. They have this incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. And now finally we have this patch that we can stick on every day, and it can start waking up those blank cells that can literally go fill in the gaps where it's needed. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. I'm sure any person over the age of 40, 45 has felt that. If you get hurt, it takes longer to recover from it if you get sick as well. And that's directly connected to how many active stem cells you have in the bloodstream. Now, as a teenager, you have about 1 billion active stem cells in the bloodstream. By age 30, this has dropped by 400 million. I mean, it's a 60% reduction. By age 60, this number has dropped to 100 million, and that's a 90% reduction. And by age 70, you almost have no stem cell activity. And finally, every day, by sticking on one of these, you can start reversing that process and wake some stem cells up, which is very exciting. So, how does the X39 work? Now, the best way I can explain it is in the most basic terms. Did you know if you go outside and you walk in the sun and the sun hits your skin, your body produces vitamin D? So it's exactly the same process. It's called phototherapy. The difference with X39 is it's sending a very specific signal to the brain. The brain then wakes up a copper peptide in the blood, and that then mobilizes the stem cell. And the stem cell then becomes this heat seeking missile, and it just goes to where the problems are in the body. Now it's made from organic nanocrystals. It's actually amino acids. There's nothing going in through the skin, the liver, the kidneys. It's completely non-invasive, non-transdermal, can't react towards medication. The best way I can explain what the patch does, this patch doesn't heal you. It doesn't work like that. It's a firmware upgrade for the brain, and then the body starts doing its thing like it was intended to. Now, it's made from a 3M medical grade adhesive, and 1 in 10,000 people have an allergic reaction to the adhesive on band-aids and plasters. If that is the case, you can stick X39 on the inside of your shirt. It's actually your body heat that activates the process. It doesn't have to be on the skin. So anybody can use it, and I really like that. So what is going to happen when you start activating your stem cells? There's a whole list of things that will happen. Now, yeah, a couple of the main things that you could look at. I told you the story of my mom with the rapid pain relief in her back, and we're seeing it time and time and again for all sorts of pains. The reason for that is X39 is really good at going after inflammation. And if we can go after the inflammation, we can have a decrease in the symptom. And that's what I love about it. It goes after the cause of things and not the symptoms. It supports wound healing, which is a big one. Energy and vitality is a big one for me. I start early in the morning sometimes. I work till late at night, and I have this constant flow of energy. It doesn't dip, and it's not a caffeine energy. It just sort of stays stable throughout the day, and I really need it and love it. Mental clarity, also a big one for me. My brain fog didn't go away within 5 days. It took about 3 weeks. But when you have mental clarity, you start making better decisions in your household, your business, and just that has an amazing ripple effect over time. Now, enhances sports performance is a big one. All athletes should be using this. It will give you more strength, it will give you more stamina, and it will recover. It will reduce your recovery time. So you'll say fast recovery from exercise, and also if athletes had to get hurt, they'll recover quicker from it because they've now got more active stem cells. Improved skin appearance, also a big one. My skin appearance has improved dramatically. I now have a couple friends that's been using this for the long term, and we are literally seeing them get younger every month. Absolutely amazing. We're going to touch on that now, why that happens. One of the categories on here that was a big one for me was my sleep also improved dramatically. I'm sleeping a lot deeper. And when I wake up with a bang. There's no lag. And I love that. Now, how to wear X39? You wear X39 for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. This is very important to repair and rejuvenate. The repair actually happens in the resting period. What I do is I wear X39 first thing in the morning. I take it off 10 to 12 hours later and just get into the rhythm of wearing it every day. The reason for that is every day we're waking up a thousand stem cells, and that has a compounding effect over time. And that's why we see such amazing results over the long term. You can then throw away the patch. What I have seen in South Africa, people take the patches that they've worn and they put it on their furry friends or a spouse, still seeing some results there. And then you just put on a new patch, rinse and repeat, and you get into this rhythm of wearing one every day for 12 hours. You can wear more than one at a time. Just note, you have to drink plenty of water. Most people don't hydrate enough. This assists with the patches in communicating the different frequencies in the entire body. So how much is enough water? 250 milliliters to 300 milliliters per 10 kilogram of body weight. Now, that is a lot. If you can get close to it, that would be great. Um, One thing you could also add to help the patches work better is add electrolytes to your diet. You can add a Celtic salt or a Himalayan rock salt or a rehydrate or just a good electrolyte. That also helps the cell to function better, and then we get the patch to perform better as well. Now, two places where they've done testing where you can place X39. The one is in the base of the neck, and the other one is 3 fingers below the belly button. But in my mom's case, her back was sore. I patched her right there where the pain was. You can also use it like that. The biggest thing here is getting into that rhythm, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So, what will happen over the long term? Me personally, I will never stop using this technology. It's amazing to see what it's doing for people. In the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, and we start seeing decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And I love the fact that we can get results for those conditions. That's completely in a class of its own. Depression is a big one. Many people are depressed without even knowing it. And yeah, we can see results in most cases within 6 weeks. And I love that. Within 3 months, collagen is increased. Now, collagen is a protein in the body that's very important, and we see decrease of wrinkles, hair growth increases, also increases the structural integrity of both skeletal and muscular systems. And then the big one, yeah, within 6 months, we see the heart reversing age. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing from our CEO, David Schmidt. Now, when I first saw that, I was like, yeah, right. Like your heart never stopped beating. It doesn't have a resting period. That's a tall order to get your heart to reverse in age. So I was pleasantly surprised last year in August when somebody in our network posted this testimony. I'm not going to read the whole one for you, but I am going to show you the scans from the cardiologist. So this was as she arrived at the cardiologist. You can see a lot of inflammation in the heart under pressure. This was 2.5 months later. Just look at that inflammation reduction. You can see the heart starting to function better. And then if you look there, just look at that. I mean, a huge turnaround from here where we started to, let's call it 5, 6 months later. And when I looked at that, I was like, wow, if that is what it can do to my heart, quite excited to see what it's going to do to all my other organs. And again, this is not the patch doing it. The patch switches on the brain, and the body is producing these results. And I really, really love that. So just to make something clear, if you want to try X39, you need to use it for a minimum of 90 days. So David Schmidt advises to use the patches for a minimum of 90 days for optimum results. Something I'd like to add to that is if you've got any serious conditions, I would add another month for every decade you are old. Some of these conditions take decades to get to where they are, where they need attention, and you can't expect the patch to fix that in a 90-day period. Although that is the recommendation, we have seen results in weeks, days, hours, or minutes, or even seconds. Just remember, everybody's body is different. And just remember, please drink lots of water. On that note, let me have a sip there. So when I looked at this topography map, it just blew me away. This is a 77-year-old woman. She placed X39 on the back of her neck. So session one, you can see lots of inflammation there. I mean, the redness around the cell here, very little stem cell activity, lack of brain coherence. Session two, just look at that huge turnaround. That's 3 weeks later. All the inflammation around the cells basically gone. Just this little speck in the middle of the cell. No more inflammation, improved brain coherence. Look at session three, 6 weeks on X39. Complete turnaround, improved stem cell activity, better brain coherence. If you look cleverly, you can actually see that cell is busy joining. And we're seeing this age reversal within the cell happening here on these slides. And what excites me about that is just the cells in the brain. How about your heart, your liver, your kidneys, all your major organs? And that's the exciting thing. Now, inflammation reduction in a short period of time, I'm about to go into a before and after section. Just know that results are dependent from person to person. In these two slides, this happened very quickly. It's not always like that, but it was amazing to see the guy's inflammation reduction in the back in 30 minutes. Just look at that. And if we can get rid of the inflammation, the pain goes. On the right, the lady with arthritis, same thing. Within 30 minutes, just look at that inflammation reduction. We are seeing incredible results with arthritis. It just depends on time, how long it's going to take. Inflammation reduction in animals. This is a horse. I mean, just look at his coat, the difference there. This was over an 8-month period, but just look here. I mean, literally seeing all the organs, inflammation just going. Absolutely amazing that we can help our furry friends as well. Now, the age reversal side of it, very, very exciting. This is for the ladies. So if I look at this first slide here, if you look at this lady, she's 69 years old, about to turn 70, and she used X39 for a year. Just look at the difference of these three shots. Look at the bags under of eyes, day 1, day 42, slowly but surely getting there. And look at day 355. Look at the color of her eyes and her neck that's tightened up. Literally looks a lot younger. Yeah, lady in the middle, yeah, 45 days, she had the collagen effect very quickly. The crow's feet in the corner of the eyes, that's disappeared. The lady on the right, yeah, always wow when I look at that. Look at her skin, look at the color of her eyes, look how her neck has straightened out. And it's amazing that this all is happening naturally. 9 weeks later, just look at this lady over here. This was a very quick collagen response, blemishes in the face starting to get better. And then this lady, yeah, 5 months. You can see the mouth start drooping. Just look how that cleared up over 5 months. Absolutely amazing. What excites me about these pictures is that if we are seeing such a huge difference outside the body, it's also a reflection what happened inside the body. And that for me is very, very exciting. Vitiligo, a really tough thing, pigmentation of the skin. And look at this guy. Within 3 months, this is a fella in America. His name's David. His vitiligo is almost 90% better. He's also been using it for over a year, but a huge difference there. Look at that wound healing that happened there in 12 days. The lady at the bottom here, 3 months, Bell's palsy, very tough thing. The face starts spasming, and look there, almost good as new. 10 days psoriasis, autoimmune condition. They were lucky this was in 10 days, but just amazing that we're getting results for those conditions as well. So this was in 5 days. I mean, look at this circulation in his leg that's improved. It is night and day. I mean, he was lucky. He saw that in 5 days. The lady at the bottom here, this was in 3 weeks. And look at that swelling reduction. Absolutely incredible. Now, partly reason why we're seeing such diverse results is if you look at this blood slide analysis, this was a lady, she did a blood slide analysis before she patched, and look how unhappy the blood is. It's all like it's not functioning properly, it's not oxygenation there. 10 minutes after, she did another blood slide. And not only is it oxygenating the cell, but also mobilizing the stem cells in the cell, and that's why we're seeing such amazing results. So some gory pictures. I do apologize. This was wound healing in 21 days. Just look at that difference. Huge difference. On the right here, this is a fella. He had a snowboarding accident. His mom had some X39. He had to go for a job interview. She was like, come, let's patch you. Let's see if we can get you to look better for your interview. Look at that, 5 days. There's just a little scar here on his lip. The guy here at the bottom, he definitely had a hard tumble. You can see he's wearing more than one patch. But look at that insane turnaround. I mean, that's in 7 weeks. Basically looking good as new. On the right here, this is a kid that severed his finger in a door. Parents begged the doctor to sew it back on. And then look at that huge improvement there. Just look at that, 21 days. I mean, that's a 4 to 6 month exercise normally. Hair growth, the big one. This is a guy within 7 weeks. Look how nicely his hair's filling out. On the right here, this guy had a huge hair loss problem. Just look how nicely it filled out there. The guy here in the bottom left corner, look how his hair is filling out, but not only is his hair filling out, his normal color is returning, and that's super, super exciting. Now, athletes on the patches, now just to tell a little story, this all started in 2004 with our first product called Energy Enhancer. So where it started was David Schmidt had a contract with the Navy to create a technology that's going to give submariners energy without stimulants. He then created this technology, had great results with it, and a doctor through another doctor knew the doctor who was the doctor for the Olympic swimming team in 2004. And they patched all the swimmers. The swimmers did so well that the Olympic Committee thought they were doping. They removed all their medals, and David Schmidt had to fly there, go explain to him exactly how the technology works. They had to do testing in a lab. They were then finally vindicated and got all their medals back. And it's amazing that this all started this year, 20 years ago. You see Serena Williams also wearing it, David Beckham, and this Lorenzo Savadori wearing X39 on the forehead and sticks on his helmet and drives really, really fast on a motorbike because he's a superbike champion. So quite amazing that the athletes are starting to wake up there. Now, just on this note, the only patch that you ever need to wear is X39. That's our foundation patch. That's where you get started. And if you can just be consistent with X39, I think you'll be surprised at what it can do for you. But we do have supportive products that are amazing in acute conditions. If you've got serious pain, we've got a brilliant product called IceWave. It doesn't mask the pain, it releases it, and it has no side effects. They tested this product with 5 hospitals in Europe, and the doctor said they'll work with it if it has a higher success rate than 30%. They tested it with 150 patients and at a 97% success rate. Really, really great product. I love it. Glutathione, that gets produced in the liver. It's a very strong immune booster and antioxidant, and it raises the glutathione levels by 300% in the body very, very quickly. Carnosine, also great. It helps for brain function, memory, and focus. Aeon, also love it. It's called our happy patch. It reduces stress and inflammation. Love wearing it with X39. If you have issues with sleep, we've got Silent Nights. It regulates your sleep and increases your melatonin. Energy Enhancer, where this all started. SP6, it helps with weight, appetite, aids hormones, and digestion. And then X49 is the booster patch for 39. You can also wear it together. But with that being said, again, the only thing you need to get started with is X39. That's our flagship product. Since they launched this product, this company has taken off internationally, and it's because the results is so amazing. Now, just to touch on some testimonies. Now, just on this note, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. This patch doesn't heal you. It doesn't work like that. It switches on the brain and the body starts doing its thing through mobilizing stem cells. And if you've got any serious conditions, please go to your medical professional and ask them for their advice. With that being said, when we started this group, it was a couple of us. It's now 18 months later. This has grown into thousands of people, and we have over 700 testimonies, over 150 different categories, and super, super exciting. I just want to go through some of these heading: sciatica, brain fog, animals, eyesight, vision. Quite amazing that we're seeing results within eyesight, seeing people's eyesight and vision improve dramatically over time. ADD, kidneys, liver related, lung related, bladder related, bone healing, shingles have been sticking its head out since the pandemic. It's amazing that we can give people some relief from that. Cerebral palsy. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Autism, Alzheimer's, dementia. Just on this note, I'm not saying this is curing any of those conditions, not by all means, but if we can get a 10% improvement or a 15% improvement, it's going in the right direction because in many of these conditions, it's a death sentence and it just gets worse and worse. So if we can turn it around and get some improvement, it's at least going the right way. Brain trauma, big one. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to show you a friend of mine's mom that had a severe stroke and how she's recovering. Arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. I mean, the list just goes on and on. If you have a condition that we don't have a testimony for, we still recommend that you try it for 90 days. I don't know how to say this other than the way I'm going to say it. We're still looking for a limit to what X39 can't do. So if we don't have a testimony, still try it because it might help you. It might not help your specific condition, but it can help with the symptoms of that condition and then give you relief. So this website, I really like it. It's called thisitit.info.com. Everything you want to know about X39 is in here, the story, the clinical trials, the patents, exactly where this all started. This was 10 years in the making. Took them a long time to secure the patent, and then also some great testimonies. If you want to share this with friends overseas, there's a little drop-down flag there. You press it, and they pick the country they are in, and it will automatically translate it. Please go have a look at this website. There's amazing info there. So what are the prices? One sleeve of X39 is a month supply. It's 30 patches. Now we just have to compare apples with apples. Normal stem cell injections cost a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, in South Africa, it starts at about 60,000 Rand, goes up to 1 million. A friend of ours, Javi, his son is autistic. They've done stem cell injections in Mexico. They're from America. Had very, very little effect on him. Was very expensive, over $20,000 a treatment, and didn't see much results. And the problem with normal stem cell injections is half of them won't work. And when it comes to LifeWave, Mike Hernandez went to Javi. He was like, come, let's see what LifeWave's going to do to your son. They patched him with X39. A week later, he was swinging on a swing for the first time. They looked at each other. It's like, could it be the patches? They were like, we're not sure. We're going to keep patching him. A month later, he jumped on a Peloton bicycle and he started like just moving on the Peloton bicycle for the first time. It's a year and a half later, and when you look at him, he's still autistic. I mean, he'll always be autistic, but there was a huge improvement. So if we look at what this costs to conventional stem cell treatments, it's a drop in the bucket. So there's a retail price of $149.95. That's about 3,400 Rand. All the other products are about 70, 90, 95. So that's about 1,900 Rand. But why do you want to pay retail if you can pay wholesale? So X39, X49, when you become a member, you get it at cost, which is 99.95. And all the other products vary between 49.95 and 69.95. It depends if you buy them in bulk, you get a bit of a discount, and I love that. Now, just to touch on some of the packages, there's 5 packages. I'm going to touch on some of my favorites. The entry-level package is the bronze package. That's about 124.95 plus minus 2,000 Rand, including shipping and VAT. Just know you need to add your country's shipping and VAT dependent on where you are. They charge a once-off $25 registration fee, so this package actually works out the most expensive. So I recommend if people want to try it coming silver or higher, silver you get 3 months supply. It's 90 patches for $299.95. It's 6,800 Rand. There you save the $25 registration fee and also 2 months in shipping. It's about a $40 saving. And this is for one person. If people come in at silver, then at least I know they have enough patches for the protocol and they can give it their best shot. If you want to patch more than one person, I recommend people coming in at gold. Here we start getting some free stock. You get 5 sleeves of X39 and you can try any of the other products for free. It's about, let's call it $100 saving. That's about 11,000 Rand, and that's for about 2 people. If you want to patch the whole family or you want to really get out there and share this with the world, I recommend people coming in at diamond. It's 35,000 Rand. It's about $1,600. Yeah, we're getting 19 sleeves. So it's 3 sleeves for free. It brings down the cost of X39 to $84 a sleeve. And that's about the cheapest that you can get them for. Now, what I love about LifeWave is, let's say you came in at silver and you want to go to gold, you can upgrade and you just pay the difference and you get the difference in stock. And I think that's very fair. And I'd recommend people to work their way up to diamond, just because you're getting free stock as you're going through these higher packages. Just some of the statistics on the company itself. So the first thing that I asked my business partner when he presented this to me, how old is this company? And at that stage it was about 18 years, just over. And when he said it's a well-established company, I had such a sigh of relief because I don't do startups. This screams stability. That means their manufacturing is taken care of. Their logistics is a wild machine. The people sharing this with others. Um, Guys, let me just actually close this WhatsApp of mine because it's just not gonna stop, and it's just gonna go beep 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 here in the background. So what I love about this company is if you look at the growth that they've achieved. So it's wild machine. It's been functioning for a long time, 20-year birthday this year. Now, before this company started, they had a bunch of before this company took off, they had a bunch of products. They launched X39 in about 2020, and quite amazing. I mean, it went from $28 million a year turnover to over $300 million. I mean, they 10x their turnover, and this was partly during COVID. And it's just with the release of X39. Last year, we did $420 million for the year, and it's projected to be $1 billion company with a B by 2025. Currently, we can ship this to 87 countries in the world. And I love that. I've got friends all over the world, and it's amazing that I can ship it to them. And the biggest thing I want to touch on is the fact that X39 is patented. Now, this isn't a Me Too product. This isn't my vitamin is better than your vitamin. What this does for people is in a complete class of its own. There's nothing in the marketplace that can compete with it. It helps people in three very specific areas: mentally, physically, and financially. And there's nothing in the marketplace that does that and ticks those three boxes. And these patents are still active for 17 years. They'll renew them. So there's a long-term vision here. And I love that. We're protected by patents and we're busy with something that is in a class of its own, and that's not going to change. Now, I just very quickly want to touch on the business side. So what stands out for me about LifeWave is the fact that we have such an incredible product that can make such a huge difference in people's health. And then if we share it with a couple people, that can also turn into a recurring income that increases every week. And I said it in the previous slide, I don't think there's another opportunity or company where it ticks these three boxes: mentally, physically, and financially. And that is very, very unique. My approach to LifeWave is we lead with a patch. You will see my presentation is 90% about the product. I touch on the business side very quickly, and there's a reason for that. Um, but I do want to plant the seed of the business side because it's very powerful to work with a technology like this, where people get such great results, and connected it to a compensation plan when we can start earning in dollars. Because here in South Africa, we earn in dollars, it's times 18. It makes a huge difference. So, what is more important to you in your life? Family, time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. This ticks all those boxes. And when I first looked at that slide, I was like, I want all of that. And let me just touch on two highlights of the compensation plan. So, firstly, very exciting, we've got a binary structure. Now, the binary structure, the core of it is to become a manager and to make managers. And that's as simple as bringing four of your friends to these calls, signing up two on the left leg, two on the right leg, and you go manager. Now, the binary goes unlimited levels deep. The only reason why the math makes sense on the binary being unlimited depth is they limit your earnings based on your rank. And at the highest rank, the most you can ever earn from the binary is $25,000 a week. Now, I know that sounds like a lot. I have 4 friends in America that's already maxed out their binary. But you can earn $25,000 a week, a month, a year, 3 years. It depends on you. But I think that is very, very aggressive. I'll be happy with 25K a week. I don't know about you. So binary means unlimited depth. I love that. It's very powerful. It's very aggressive for people that stick with it. Now, the matching bonus is paid out on a uni-level structure. Uni-level means unlimited width. So if you look at this compensation plan, it's like the best of both worlds. The matching bonus, unlimited width, the binary, unlimited depth. So it's as simple as this. Let's say you sign up a friend that makes $1,000 a week. You'll get 25% of that, which is $250. Let's say he brings in a friend that makes $1,000 a week. You'll make the $250, you'll make the 20%. Let's say that guy brings in somebody that makes $1,000 a week. You'll earn 20% of that as well. Yes, there are requirements to these levels and they do take a bit of time to open up, but I think these percentages are really aggressive. And what I love about this part of the compensation plan, there's no limit. You can put 1,000 people in your front line. They haven't limited the matching bonus, and it's very, very powerful. Now, just in closing, for me, the highlight of what I've shared with you tonight is this patch, X39. And me as a community leader, I will always lead with the product. I will always plant the seed of the business side, but my cup gets full when I hear of my friends that are out of pain, or when I see results with people that are absolutely humbling. And we're seeing it on a daily basis. And I just want to quickly share a video of a friend of mine. Now, it's one thing helping somebody that you don't know, but it's a very different thing when you're helping somebody that's close to your heart. This is a good friend of mine. A mom had a severe stroke in the beginning of May. And yeah, long story short, we patched her and we've seen incredible results with her. Just on this note, not everybody that had strokes is going to see results this quickly. This happened very quickly. She's very lucky. If we can see these results within people that had strokes within 3 to 6 months, I'll be very happy. But I just quickly want to show you what's been happening to my friend's mom. And the first week of what happened, they didn't record because it was very traumatic. She didn't look good. So they started filming her when she could lift up her left arm. She was completely paralyzed on the left side of her body. And let me show you what's been happening to her since she's been using the patches.
Hi, my name is Lindy, and I just wanted to share my family story with my mom having a severe stroke on the 30th of April, 2024. We booked her into hospital, and on the 3rd of May, they gave us devastating news. Mom had a stroke on the right hemisphere of her brain, leaving her paralyzed on the left side. And on the 4th of May, we decided to start patching Mom. And this is our story. So we started taking footage of Mon on the 7th of May. We saw that there's movement in her left arm, and she had incredible movement on her mouth. This is 5 days on the patch, the 8th of May. She's still in hospital. She's reaching higher with her left hand. The arm is lifting so much better. And then we had a bit of quite of a setback. They moved it to the step-down clinic, and we actually didn't tell anybody about the patches in hospital or the doctors. And so we had to be honest with the step-down clinic. And then the doctor said that we can't patch Mom until he's looked at everything. So for a couple of days, from the 9th up to the 14th of May, we couldn't patch my mom, but the doctor did come back. And he allowed us to continue with the patching. So this was on Mother's Day, the 12th of May. She was still not back on the patch, but she was in the step-down clinic. This video She's 2 days back on the patch on the 17th of May in the clinic. And here she is walking with the help of one of the nurses. This was quite a big moment for our family. As you can see, she's smiling and she's improving quite a bit. And it's just incredible. This is 5 days on the patch in the clinic, the 19th of May, and the left side of the face is improving so much. 7 days on the patch, the 21st of May, 2024, she's walking with a walker. And 7 days on the patch, this was the evening visit, and she was so alert and her mouth looked perfect. And she's just showing us all her type of exercises that she's busy doing. We are so grateful. And then this was taken this morning, the 28th of May. She's 14 days on the patch now. And she's just showing that she can walk by herself. They are still not allowing this long distances, but I just wanted some footage to show that the recovery is going very well. And we hope that Mom will be out of the step-down clinic very soon. And we are looking forward to a full recovery, but I will keep on going with the updates so that everybody can see the progress. We received a wonderful surprise from the therapist this afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, every time I look at that, I just smile, and that's what fills my cup within LifeWave. I'll be brutally honest. Yes, there is money to be made here, and that's a part of it. But being able to do that for somebody that means something to you, that's what's my driving force behind this. And yeah, I don't know why this landed on your table. If this is the first time you're looking at it, maybe you're tired working for a boss and you're looking for a way out. Maybe you have somebody that is in a really bad state and the doctors can't help and you want to help them. Either or, I want every person on this call to at least try these patches, because what they can do for you is absolutely amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me, Clint. I don't know if you want to add something there. You've now also been seeing some results there.
No, that's fantastic. And every time I hear it, I get more excited. And what's more exciting for me too is as I'm beginning to market and my team is beginning to market, we're experiencing firsthand other issues. And so as people begin to patch, I know that our good friend Lon, both he and his wife Jan are seeing results. I think Lon was wrestling with some neck pain and sleep issues. He's seeing progress on that. Jan had some knee problems. She's seeing good results. And then on the more aggressive things, again, my friend with the fibromyalgia, I'm just waiting so anxiously I'm going to work with him tonight. And, I think I mentioned to you, I'm going to go ahead and, lend him the money to get started because it's too important not to.
Yeah.
And then I just heard from one of our team members that they're introducing the patch to someone that was just diagnosed with terminal cancer. Now,
Show, man.
can this help someone that late in the process? I don't know. But for a couple of $100, why not try it? These are the things. There are massive numbers of cancer testimonials in our team testimonial, which I'm so thankful to you and Chris for putting that together. And again, let's remember, folks, this does not work for everyone. Everybody is different. Check with your physician on these things. But there's been so many different times, whether it's the Olympic team where they thought they were doping, whether it was your friend's mom who the doctors had a conniption fit when they found out they were patching, and then they came back and said this is fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a learning process for all of us. But I just think we really, folks, we're on the cusp of something phenomenal here. And I just want to remind everybody, you don't have to do the affiliate side. You don't have to tell other people. But I know for both Wilson and I and Chris, our goal is to make sure everybody has the opportunity to patch for life. And if you just make a couple of referrals, earn a couple of $100 a month, you're going to be able to do that at no cost. That's kind of really our first goal. Now, for people like myself and and Alan and Lon and my team, we're network marketers. It's in our blood, so we're going to take this and run.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, we're not selling a shake or a CBD oil or a business opportunity or a crypto trading thing.
Yeah.
This is about improving the health, your health for you and your family.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to share it? Even if, like, and Wilson, you said this time and time again, you would probably be passionate about this even if there wasn't an affiliate program.
Yeah.
It's too important.
Yeah, this is the thing, am I making money from this? Yes. I'm not gonna hide it. It pays me good money, but the results I'm seeing with people for such a variety of things, even if I made no money, I'd still be doing these calls because it could potentially make a huge difference in somebody's life. Is it a bonus that we get paid in dollars every week, every Wednesday? Yes. I love that part of it. But this is what makes this so different for me than everything else in the marketplace. If you go see any opportunity that's floating out there, it's always, oh, this is how much money you can make. This is what the guys are doing. It's always this money, 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 money thing. And for me, when I saw this, I was like, I'm going to change this around. This is to help people. This is to serve people. This is something that could make a dramatic difference in people's lives, and people really need this. Yes, there is money to be made, but it's never going to be the highlight in the way I present it. There are different approaches to this, but this is the way I do it, and we're getting incredible results with that. But you're absolutely right, Lynn. You don't have to share this with anyone. Just start using it. That's all I could say. I see a whole bunch of people jumped on there. I don't know if anyone would like to make a comment or add something. Um, rheumatoid arthritis. Yes, just to quickly tell a story on arthritis. So my own stepfather is a pianist, and he still plays music, but he had such bad arthritis in his pinky that there's certain notes that he couldn't play. And I started patching him at the beginning of the year, and it's gone. When I tell you it's gone, he can make a fist. His pinky is not swollen up anymore. He can play every note. It did take 6 months. Um, is it gonna stay away if he stops patching? I can't tell you. He personally doesn't want to try. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep sticking these things on. If it can take my arthritis away, let's see if it can't tackle the diabetes. So yeah, I mean, once people get results like that, it's not really selling anything to anyone. People wear the patch and they love it. And I feel obligated to be as aggressive about this as I am, just because I know the power of it. And that's why I'm in these meetings every day. Every day I'm doing these meetings. And sometimes I do them 6 times a day. And I'll just keep doing them because I know what this could do for someone. So, guys, thank you to every single person here that joined us. If anybody shared this link with you, please get back to the person that shared it with you. And yeah, all I can say is I'm super lucky to have found this. The difference that it's made in my life on every level is profound. And we haven't even scratched the surface yet. This is just the beginning. We just laid the foundation in the last 18 months. In South Africa, there's maybe 7 or 8,000 people that know about it. It's still unknown. People don't know about this. And yeah, I think the time to get the word out there is now. I don't know if anybody else wants to add something there, Clint. I think we can take this in for a landing. I want to get this uploaded to my YouTube channel. So yes. See, Fidelia said I must share results on the diabetes. We have seen results on diabetes, sometimes very quickly, sometimes it takes a bit longer. Again, like these serious conditions, I can't tell you. It also depends which type of diabetes it is. But if I do get results, of course, you guys will be in the loop with that. Yes, the YouTube channel, let's just see, somebody raised there and there. Let me just ask to unmute there.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening on your side. I'm in
Hi,
the
hi
US.
Raquel, how are you?
Oh, well, thank you. So I did make a comment in the chat. I don't know if you saw it or not, but is it always a disclaimer for you guys to say that you have to consult with your doctor first? Because I knew once I consulted with my son's doctor that they would not be receptive and even, looking at the information. And sure enough, when I was on a call, I got the message from his doctor saying that there's not enough studies for me to start it on him for his condition.
That is
So,
definitely a disclaimer that we have to put in there because we're not doctors. And
mm-hmm.
I've been getting better at speaking at doctors about this. And I'll be honest with you, it's a 50-50. You need to find doctors that actually wants to get people better. And there's two types of doctors. There's one that wants to make money, and then there's one that wants to get people better. And very few of them fall into that category of wanting to actually help people. They're there to make money. So yeah, at the moment, I have about a 50% hit rate with doctors just because of what I've seen. And when I tell people what I've seen, then they start digging a bit deeper. And, the biggest problem to get a doctor to actually go dig a bit deeper is they're busy. But the ones that do are pleasantly surprised. I have a friend of my mom's, a very, very well-known uh, neuro brain surgeon. And we shared all the info with him, and I left it with him. I didn't bug him or anything. Took him about 3 weeks to go see exactly what's going on here. And he came back to me. He's like, wow, I've got to try to see if it can help some of my patients. So yes, we have to say
Wow.
we have to say that. And in some cases, it's going to come back positive. In some cases, not so much. But I have to also say something. The world is starting to wake up to what this is because the word is getting out. 18 months ago, when we started this, nobody knew what this was. Literally, when we told people how it worked, they thought we were crazy. And now it's like 18 months later, when we talk to people about this, they're like, I've heard of somebody that's spoken about this. And the word's getting out. So I think it's going to get easier and easier with the medical professionals because the word is getting out there. I mean, my friend's mom who had this response with a stroke, the doctors are baffled. There's like 5 doctors there scratching their heads every day. Every day. They're like, they can't believe what's happening. So I think it's just a matter of time before the medical community opens up more about this. But at the moment, it's already going a lot easier with doctors than it used to. Just because the results speak for itself. You cannot hide from what we're seeing here. And because it is happening in a natural way, the risk is very, very low. Very, very low. And if people are in fragile conditions, we patch my friend's mom 6 hours a day. We didn't patch her for 12 hours. And look at the results that she had and having at the moment. So, I mean, you also just got started. And, as we work with this more, we increase our posture. And I'm very straightforward with doctors, very straightforward with them. I've had horrific meetings with doctors and really good ones just because they see my heart and they feel my intention and they can see I'm helping people. That's the big thing. I mean, if a doctor sits in front of me and I start telling him what I've seen, he's quiet very, very quickly. I've quietened like very, very educated doctors quickly because I'm like, if this was a placebo effect, why are we seeing results on some of these serious things? Why? It can't just be something. You cannot see an improvement on autism if it was a placebo. You cannot see an improvement on Alzheimer's or dementia if it was a placebo. Those things are terminal. You just get worse from it. So, yes, I'm sorry you had that experience with your doctor, but yeah, in some cases the doctors aren't always right. And this is not a discussion about big pharma or doctors, but I can tell you now they only make money when you go back to them. And there's very few of them that actually want you to not come back to them because that's how they make money. That's the reality.
Yes. Yes.
I was,
True.
whoops, I'm sorry, Raquel.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to talk about this next time, but I think that it's apropos. My daughter's a doctor of physical therapy, and I'm one of the luckiest dads in the world in that my daughter is one of my best friends. We get along. We just have so much fun together. She's got two kids, married to an engineer. They're just a wonderful, wonderful. That's why I moved to where I am, is to be near my grandkids. My in-laws, my son-in-law's parents are really quite holistically oriented. And so yesterday on Father's Day, we are sitting around in the kitchen preparing dinner and stuff, getting ready for the barbecue. And I just mentioned it to Lori, my in-law, and just said, by the way, and I looked over at my daughter and she rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, here we go." Meaning, of course, that she is by the book. And so I promise you guys I will report back, as and we'll have our playful back and forth. She's not my daughter doesn't believe in chiropractors, and and that's fine. But she is certainly not someone in it for the money. She's in it to help people.
Yeah.
But she's not really open to alternatives that much, because it's not
Yeah.
part of the straight line thinking. So over the next few weeks and months, I certainly will begin to share some of the data with her, and I believe by the end of the year I'll have her and her husband patched, and we'll see what happens. So I will report back, I promise.
Please
But
do that.
yeah, and again, like I said, we have so much fun together, and I'm very, very lucky, a very lucky father. But I got to get over this hurdle. I got to get her to think and realize that. And Wilson, you say it the best. What was your first response when Chris came to you? Are you
Often.
nuts? It's a patch. It's a piece of, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So that's her thing too. So I promised everybody I'll report back.
That's just on this note
Thanks,
of the
Raquel, for
doctors.
letting.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
thanks,
love
Raquel, for
that
letting me jump in.
response. I love that response, Clint, because that's how doctors sometimes look at this. Guys, I work with the leader in Portugal. His name is Variato. He gives meetings in Spanish and Portuguese, and I have Portuguese people that are throwing his calls, and he's got some of his people that he throws on mine. Long story short, they do a call with doctors in Portugal in Portuguese, where doctors have been working with X39, and then it's a doctor that every week he shows progress from a patient that they've tested over a 6-month period or 3-month period. And they're literally showing day by day how people are getting better from different conditions. And we want to do that in South Africa as well. We don't have many doctors that could help us with that. But ultimately, I want to get that set up, because when a doctor explains this to people, it carries a lot more weight, and they are getting phenomenal results with that. So when it comes to the medical fraternity, because of the results we're seeing, they are going to come to the party. Some of them come a bit quicker than others. But I'm excited to see if we can, by the end of the year, have doctors talking to people about this technology, because that would be my first prize win. So yeah, thanks so much for that, Raquel. Just keep pushing on. I would recommend patch your son for a short period of time. Start him off slow. Start him off slow. When I say slow, 4 hours a day, and see what it does. It can only do good. Like I am still waiting to see what this can't do. And I guarantee you the doctor hasn't scratched properly to go see what's going on here. If they do, they always come back saying, wow, like, okay, like I'm going to look at this. There is definitely something here. So yeah, that's all I could say about that. I don't know if anybody would like to add
Thank
anything
you.
else. I need to run to another call. I'll just say thank you again. I see 11 people joined us. We'll see you guys again on Tuesday, 1 o'clock my time. I'll do the meeting after the call. So Clint, if you're happy, we can take this in for a landing.
I think we're good. Just keep remembering, I'm excited about all of the people on the verge of signing up.
Yeah.
And all of them have specific issues, and I'm just so excited to begin to be able to talk about them in my mind in first person. You know, my
Yeah.
buddy Brian with his CP his
COPD,
pulmonary
yeah.
problems, and yeah, and so we start having that. And again, my buddy, I just can't wait to help my buddy with the fibromyalgia. So
Yeah.
as you share this, folks, be very, very mindful of what the maladies are that people have, and then let's get those testimonials and please share them with us because it can help.
Yeah.
When you can, I call it first person. I know it's second and third person, but when you have people, like you said, with your mom, and then also your friend, those are powerful, powerful, powerful.
Yeah.
I'll let you
On
go to
that
your
note,
meeting.
guys, like now, especially some of the new people, Raquel, if you see what is happening here on a week-to-week basis and how these testimonies are streaming in, it sort of becomes normal when we start seeing them. And I don't like that because it's so bloody groundbreaking to see what it's doing. And it's becoming normal. Every day we're seeing something else that this is helping for, and just keep being plugged in and see exactly where this is going and what we are doing. And yeah, I'm here to help you guys, and looking forward to our next meeting on Tuesday. You guys must have a great evening.
One quick
Thank you
thing.
so
You
much.
said, and I know you got to go, but I know you
Yeah.
said about the help. We're here to help.
Yeah.
The resources, folks, that we have upline are incredible. When I posted in our WhatsApp group where George is, he came back with some information that was specific to fibromyalgia and a little bit different protocols. So when you have something, please,
Yeah.
ask Wilson, ask me. We'll get some answers on the best patch protocol. Most of the time, it's X39, boom.
Yeah.
But there are other patches. There's other protocols like Alan was mentioning. He's only patching his wife 4 hours a day for the next, few days. Then he's going to go to 6. Little things like this that
Yeah.
can help with the effectiveness. Use the resources you have, and that's our brilliant upline. I'm done.
Much love, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Clint. And then can me and you please get together at some point tomorrow so we can just work on some one-liners and a process for people to get people into these calls? Let me know how your tomorrow is looking.
I guess I have to get up. Let's see, tomorrow. Yeah. And our next webinar is Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Sorry. Wednesday
Okay, no
afternoon.
worries. Yeah. Sometime tomorrow will be great. We'll compare notes and we'll get together.
Let's
Good.
just spend a half an hour and put a system in place. And then I'll see you guys Wednesday, not Tuesday, guys. I'll make the Zoom meeting invite now.
Well,
Okay, everybody. Thank you for your time. See you
everybody, thanks.
soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.